Ich gehe ins Fitnessstudio, trotzdem habe ich Fieber. Or ich gehe ins Fitnessstudio, obwohl ich Fieber habe. If you are confused about when to use obwohl and trotzdem, then this video is for you. Before looking into obwohl and trotzdem, it's important to understand what Hauptsätze and Nebensätze are. Hauptsätze are main clauses. They are complete sentences and can make sense on their own. For example, Sie fährt gern mit der U-Bahn. But Nebensätze, subordinate clauses, cannot make sense on their own, and they need a Hauptsatz. For example, obwohl sie ein Auto hat. Doesn't really make sense on its own, right? Unless you add a Hauptsatz. Sie fährt gern mit der U-Bahn, obwohl sie ein Auto hat. They usually begin with a connector like weil, deshalb, obwohl, etc. and the conjugated verb goes to the end of the sentence. But what if you place the Nebensatz before the Hauptsatz? In such sentences, you take the Nebensatz as it is to the front and the verb in the Hauptsatz goes to the first position, right after the comma. Obwohl sie ein Auto hat, fährt sie gern mit der U-Bahn. Now, let's first look at obwohl. Obwohl is a conjunction that's used to express ideas that are opposite or contrary to our expectations. What really helps is to think of obwohl as even though or although in English. Let's look at this example to understand better. Das ist Sophia. Oft kauft Sophia Sachen online ein. Now for someone who shops often on the internet, you would expect them to have a safe experience shopping online, right? But sie hat mal Internetbetrug erlebt. This sentence now contrasts or opposes our expectation of her having a safe experience shopping online. So, using obwohl we can say, Oft kauft Sophia Sachen online ein, obwohl sie Internetbetrug erlebt hat. Sophia often buys stuff online, even though she has experienced internet fraud. Yeah? Or if you want to place the Nebensatz first, you can say, Obwohl Sophia Internetbetrug erlebt hat, kauft sie oft Sachen online ein. Let's look at one more example. Macht täglich Sport. Ist ein alter Mann. Which one of them is the opposing statement? That's right. Ist ein alter Mann. Now using obwohl we can say, macht täglich Sport, obwohl ein alter Mann ist. He exercises every day, although he is an old man. Or, obwohl ein alter Mann ist, macht täglich Sport. Let's practice. Verbinden Sie die Sätze mit obwohl. Richtig. Sie streiten sich pausenlos, obwohl sie beste Freunde sind. And the next one is, richtig. Hans hat die Prüfung bestanden, obwohl sich darauf nicht vorbereitet hat. And the last one is, richtig. Ich konnte nicht früh aufwachen, obwohl ich den Wecker auf dem Handy eingestellt hatte. Trotzdem is slightly different from obwohl. Instead of focusing on the counter statement, trotzdem focuses on a situation, let's say situation A, taking place in spite of situation B. Think of trotzdem as in spite of or regardless in English. Die junge Frau verdient viel Geld. Die junge Frau ist unglücklich. Here the woman is earning well, but in spite of that, she is unhappy. So using TROTZDEM, we can say, Die junge Frau verdient viel Geld. Trotzdem, in spite of that, ist sie unglücklich. Please also note that with TROTZDEM, the conjugated verb stays in second place. And unlike with OBWOHL, sentences with TROTZDEM can only be placed after the sentence it's referring to. Let's take one more example before practicing. Es regnet stark. Die Kinder spielen draußen. Here it's raining hard, but regardless of that, the children are playing outside. Are you with me? So using TROTZDEM, we can say Es regnet stark. Trotzdem, in spite of that, spielen die Kinder draußen. Let's practice now. Verbinden Sie die Sätze mit trotzdem. Here is the first one. Richtig. Der Arzt hat Henry das Rauchen verboten. Trotzdem raucht jeden Tag Zigaretten. The next one is Richtig. Wir haben uns warm angezogen. Trotzdem haben wir uns erkältet. And the last one is Richtig. Ich war sehr müde. Trotzdem habe ich die Arbeit rechtzeitig fertig gemacht. Now, I'm going to ask you to do something crazy, but it's going to test how well you've understood the difference between OBWOHL and TROTZDEM. Can you try to rewrite this sentence using OBWOHL? Give it a try. I'll wait for a couple of seconds. Obwohl es stark regnet, spielen die Kinder draußen. Or die Kinder spielen draußen, obwohl es stark regnet. If you got the answer right, then well done. And if you still don't get it, it's alright. Maybe this quick summary will be useful to you. Sentences with obwohl express ideas that are contrary or opposite to what one might expect. Die junge Frau ist unglücklich, obwohl sie viel Geld verdient. The young woman is not happy, although she is earning well. Yes? Sentences with TROTZDEM express an action which takes place in spite of another action. Die junge Frau verdient viel Geld. Trotzdem ist sie unglücklich. The young woman is earning well, but in spite of that, she is not happy. Sentences with obwohl can be placed before or after the Hauptsatz. Sentences with TROTZDEM can only be placed after the sentence it's referring to. The conjugated verb goes to the end with obwohl. The conjugated verb stays in the second place with TROTZDEM. That's it. Now, let's go back to the question in the beginning of the lesson. Ich gehe ins Fitnessstudio, trotzdem habe ich Fieber. Or, ich gehe ins Fitnessstudio, obwohl ich Fieber habe. Which one of them is the correct sentence? Write it down in the comments.